I want to enchant you all into the subject, so I think it's very, very enticing. I know. Isn't it scary or what? First of all, please be clear that I don't qualify to be a teacher. Please. And the journey from mortality to immortality is very daring, very tempting, right? But since it's so appealing to me, so that's why. Second thing, again, my statement is that open your possibilities. You don't have to believe anything. This is a point of view upon the personal myself or upon the Buddhist view. And again, the possibility of the mind is so enormous. So we just suspend everything until that you really, really have a taste to it. Then you have a strong conviction to say, oh, this is real. So first of all, we should owe gratitude to the nowadays technology like Google, with their enormous information data. But we don't forget that who put all of those data in those Google. It's us. But one overlooking one problem is that we ourselves keep looking outside, searching for some things, and we collect all what we can, all the information, external information, and we consider that as an intellect. But when someone put a question to yourself, who are you? What are you? What is death? Then we mumble jumble on such issues. So instead of extrovert yourself, now you introvert to find out what is going on from within. The whole introspection. Not one little bit, but the whole introspection. So you can find out, what is it? What is mortality and immortality? We are a creature subject to mortality. But do you ever question that it says such a thing as an immortality? Last time I was mentioning about experiencing an object, and we experience the inexperience. So today, together, we journey into the inexperience, whatever you call that. Immortality, such and such. And all the instruction that I shared before our sit in meditation or during the walking meditation are the keys to unlock the door to go into such a thing. It's very important. Don't overlook such a thing. It's extremely important. So now together we go on journey into it bit by bit. But again, I don't qualify to be a teacher on such an enormous subject. Please. Okay, first of all, the nature of experience. I don't know if we pay attention to such a thing like that. We live on, but there are so many things within reach of ourselves that we often overlook. So this is a little bit of dissection, analogy to go into the Buddhist psychology, such a thing. In order for an experience to be for the arising of an experience, there must be four prerequisites. The first one is sense portal. The second is object concomitant with sense portal. The third one is conditional accomplishment. And the fourth one, intention, a mental factor. The sense portals, we all have sense portals. This is eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body textile, and thoughts and mental working. Another object to concomitant to sense portal is that eyes, with the sight, you see an object of the eye, you hear an object of the ear, you can smell. So such thing, are we clear on those? Very clear, right? But the conditional accomplishment is that with an object, like the pen right here, and your eyes, your perfect sense of portal, not a broken one or so. But without the light, you cannot see. Without space, going close like this one, you cannot see it. So the conditional accomplishment is like a space and lights, such a thing like that. And the fourth one, very, very important, the intention. Without intention, nothing can happen. Just like that, the existence of the corpus right now. It existed. But it doesn't exist until I point it out, until I prompt you that, oh, there is a carpet. Now you realize that there is a carpet. That is an experience. Are we clear on that too? Okay, so I'm sorry? Just cut me on if you're not so clear.
I'm not so clear on number 4.
The intention?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you listen to me right now.
Mm-hmm.
You have an attention, you have intention, you have an attention to me, and that's why you're so clear what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But what about in front of you, the statue of the Buddha?
Say one more time. Say that one more time.
Right in front of you, the statue of the Buddha.
Oh, yes.
Now, I'm referring to it now. You pay your attention to the Buddha.
Got it.
Now, it is clear. So it's very important, extremely important.
Thank you.
So I have an equation that's a sense door plus objects plus accomplishment plus intention and plus something extremely extraordinary, ontological, primordial kind of thing. What are those? Consciousness. Without consciousness, there is nothing going on. If you can see that everything is written on this board, everything is written on this board. Suppose that all the words, everything like that is an object, either a material object or a mental object. They're all written on the board, and the board is consciousness. Can you have a concept what consciousness is yet? Everything is happening within your consciousness, either materials or mentation. Because of like this one. Do a little bit of an exercise. Please close your eyes. Can you see a picture of your loved one in your mind?
I can.
Yes, thank you. Can that image an experiencer or unexperienced, tell me that image. Can that image, I refer again, can that image be an experiencer or be experienced?
It feels like I'm experiencing it because I can see it in my mind.
Experience. But it cannot be an experiencer. It can be experienced because, right?
Right, there's nothing really in there.
Right.
The image is not.
Because right now, wipe out that image. What do you have? If you wipe out that image, you still can experience something. That is the blankness, the empty space within your mind. So whether there's an image or a sound, those things are objective. An object has the nature of falsified because of object cannot experience anything. Object is object. But the experiencers, the consciousness, give rise to the experience. So the primary importance is the consciousness. Very, very important. Very important. Since the beginning that I start talking, again after the COVID, I try to take you directly into the core of beings. I don't monkey around anymore. I'm old. I don't know how long I have left. So I don't play monkeys around anymore. So I go straight to the chase instead. But these things are very important because of this. If you understand this, you get through a lot of hassles. A lot of that. Maybe we go a little bit further down. Let's say that let's take any example, because of all examples are within this, within the sense portals. You cannot get away with sense portals. You cannot, because of the primary contact with the object is that sense portal. So any example, let's take the sound. When you hear the sound, you experience it. But when you don't hear the sound, experience is still there. I don't know if you can notice it. Same thing with everything else. Every object has the nature of duality. That is the existence of it and the absence of it. But the existence or the absence of an object, it doesn't have any impact on the consciousness at all. So the consciousness is still there, whether you're here or you're not. It's still there. We're straight to the core. Now, this year, I have had a fantastic opportunity to be attendant to a great master. And he unlocked many things. But again, every time he unlocks something, he said that it's very hard to understand because of it beyond your comprehensive understanding, beyond your logical thinking. When you think, you're not going to get it. Only the intuition. Either you get it or you don't. Bam. That's it. And sometimes, such a thing that you get it, you cannot explain through words, concessionally. So, this kind of entity, we are an object to the consciousness too. We are an object. Let alone to talk about the Big Bang, the Milky Way, to the Earth, to the countries, to the people, going down to the molecular level, atomic, subatomic, quarks, string theory. No matter how vast, how big it is, an object, or how small it is, it cannot escape from the consciousness. because of everything is the byproducts of the consciousness, including us, obviously, to me. I'm sorry. So when you understand the consciousness, when you have a sense of it, then we are an object to the consciousness. When we die, again, at the second perspective, looking at us, a corpse right there. Oh, he died, he passed away. But to the person who really enter, or actually who really absorbed to such a consciousness, oh, it's just a phenomenon that this body complying with the nature that it decays. It can when the body cannot hold the energy anymore, then sometimes I say energy as the soul, or whatever you can call it, the mind, whatever you can call it, it doesn't matter. It cannot contain it. The registration of the body for the mind is over. Be an agency to the mind is over. Then the mind and the body split apart. So the death is just the disappearance of this body. The mind goes on, and the mind's floating. It's okay. You don't have to believe this. Okay, floating in the consciousness, such a thing like that. And if when one really absorbs into the consciousness, one is the first perspective to look into this one, then there is no death. The immortality begins right there if we can absorb into the consciousness. Don't believe me. Try not to, okay? But I don't talk about such as superstitions. I don't talk about anything that's out of your reach. This is you can actually experience. You can actually experience, especially with the consciousness. A simple equation for an experience is that object plus object plus consciousness. Object plus consciousness equals experience. You don't have to go through all of these. And whether the object exists or not, the consciousness is still there, because you can experience the blankness of the mind. When you have an image of your loved one, you experience it. When you don't have an image of your loved one, you still experience the empty of the mind. So, it's just a matter of introvert yourself. Serious meditators do all of that, and we are all serious meditators. So we look from within, not reaching out, because reaching out you see all kind of mumbo jumbo, all kind of materials, data. It doesn't help. The value of such a thing is there. We still recognize it, just like the knowledge of 2 + 2 is 4. We acknowledge it. We don't deny it. But such a thing doesn't help the question of mortality or immortality. And the only way that you can find out is that you have to look back from within, experience it. And then, day by day, it will unfold. It will, I guarantee 1,000% that it's going to unfold to everything. And that's why that every session before, or during meditation, I keep reminding you, go back to yourself, go back to yourself. Checking on yourself is like that, beginning with the sensation is peripheral, and then we go a little bit deeper with the mental states, or pleasant, unpleasant, such a thing like that, and then we go deeper, and then we see everything's gonna unfold until that you hit for yourself, at the rock bottom. And when we do that, this is very important. This is so. Like I said before, that I thought that I was very good at it, and then the senior one said, "No, not yet." And I thought that I really hit the bottom of it already. No, not yet. And then one and then until that one really hit the bottom of the bottomless, the bottom of the bottomless. I like this simile. You're jumping out of an airplane, and then you try to open your parachute, but your parachute didn't open, went out of order. What do? And then you find out that, oh, there's no ground, so you just floated free. Such a thing like that. I do encourage you to jump and experience the bottomless, groundless. It's there. But one crucial point that we need to understand is that the consciousness is there, but the consciousness is not an object. We have to get a strong conviction on that. It is there, but it's not an object for you to really experience, just like the sights, the sound, the smell, the taste, the touch. It's not, but it's there. My claims on that was, I should say 27 years ago. My claims on the consciousness. One day and I thought, oh, there is something. There's something. And that was 27 years ago. So it takes a while to yes.
Can you define what an object is? Can it be an emotion, or does it
Yes,
have to
yes.
be a tangible thing?
Anything tangible.
It has to be tangible?
Anything tangible.
But I mean, like
The
an
tangibility
emotion,
tangibility to the mind, to everything, because of Now, object is just like Dharma, the word Dharma. It took me so many years to understand because of when the Buddhism taught about Dharmas, I did not get hold of it. And then only one word, Dharmas, it took me years to understand that. Anything tangible. Depend.
You have less intention, like.
Well, you can feel your intention. You can feel your emotions. So those are tangible. You can, like, angry. When you're angry, you know that you're angry. You can experience the anger, happiness. So it's a fine material. It's not a coarse material, just like a pen that you can really look at it, the color. You can really touch it and feel, the textile of it, the texture of it. You can really feel it. But when you come to the mind, then you have to have a question because of it's a fine material to absorb.
I was thinking, how do you lessen that? That's what I was saying. Maybe just tell yourself you're feeling angry, but
You feel.
have less attention.
It's just a conditional arising because of as of right now there is always some combination of mental factor and mental faculties. There are always some kind as long as you come out of your deep sleep, you in the waking state. There's always right now that your perception perceives what I'm talking about. That is a mental faculty. Your intention to hear what I'm talking about, to look at me what I'm talking about, that is mental factors. And then you discern that what I'm talking about tonight nói chuyện cái gì, but I cannot giọng Hồ Chí Minh Phủ begin with anything that Theravada. I was talking about 4 languages: the Vietnamese, the Chinese, the English, and the Indonesian.
So we got the sensation, but not the perception.
No, perception is always there. Perception is always there.
But I couldn't understand.
Yeah. You perceive, but you don't understand. But you still perceive. You understand the English. But when I'm talking Vietnamese, then you don't, but you still perceive. So the mental faculty is just like a ongoing 24 hours a day. As long as you are in waking state, then perception, works. Yeah. So such a thing. Thank you, because of these questions that delve you into the nature of the mind. Very important. You're going to see all of that. You're going to see the intention, attention, and perception, and sensation, all kind of 9 years. But with the consciousness, is the one that really takes the really deep investigation in order to recognize, oh, it's there. And just like the game of negation, you negate everything. Whatever appears to your sense door, you negate it. Even you negate your body. Now we're talking about the deep concentration jhana. Consciousness is still there. And try. Anything in your mind at all.
So we don't have to believe that, right?
No. Until you have a taste to it. It's just like that a cake. Whether you have a real teeth to bite the cake, or false teeth to bite the cake, or with your gum to bite the cake, all those you still taste the cake. It doesn't matter what kind of teeth you have, but you really bit the cake, and you taste it. Then right there, that you have a strong conviction, strong belief in that. Oh, it is there.
I can taste the cake right now.
Yes, thank you.
I'm celebrating.
Just like that, this is a serious business, really serious business. It's not something to entertain the 9 to 5 or such a thing, if we can right now, we can experience everything, but in that experience there is an I, an ego behind every experience. And remember that in experience there is no one behind the experience. There is no one, not market, not me, not you. It's just an experience, a natural combination of random combination, random combination to be, and then bam, they're an experience. There's no markets that experiences. There's no I. And how do we come to that conclusion? Consciousness. The consciousness will solve the 5 great questions, or 5 great philosophical questions. I just came by what is that? Well, what is free will, or something from the University of Princeton. I can't remember. But in those 5 questions, 4 of them have something to do with such a thing like this. And it's very interesting. What is free will? What is that? Psychologically, such a thing. So sooner or later, I guarantee that it's we all like right now we're in state of like an expansion. With the I, with the ego, but until that somehow, and this is naturally, it's gonna prompt you, it's gonna guide you back to being contract, and then you're gonna find out sooner or later. I guarantee you this. Yes. And then you're gonna find out, and then you're gonna have a question: what is consciousness? Yes.
We talked about the earthworms outside.
Yes.
First of all, they're probably very happy right now with all the rain.
Yes.
Do they have consciousness, and do they have that same kind of journey, or what?
They I think they do. It's just the level of intelligence. They don't have the level of intelligence of discernment. Just like that, we human beings we don't allow incession. incest.
Incest.
But the worm or chicken, I see that they don't have that kind of discernment. So they do have the mind, they do have consciousness, they do have everything, but the level of intelligence, level of discernment is low. That's all.
Is it possible some people are too intelligent and that's why they're not happy?
Too intelligent in terms of
In terms of thinking about this and that.
yes, inwardness and outwardness, and outwardness. Too intelligent. Who has the most inventions? Can't remember. Thomas Edison, who has the most inventions. And you know that he's he also invented the electric chair for execution. Yes, he invents a lot, including that too. So intelligence has to go with compassion, ethics. Otherwise, it's the intelligence that made the vaccine for COVID, and also intelligence that made the bomb that killed millions just for one press. And I don't know what intelligence about killing. I don't know. But it's the nature of the mind. We are human beings. We have to pay the price for being human being. We cannot get away. So all we do is that we can do the best for the sake of human being. Anything else?
Well, I just say from personal experience, it can definitely be difficult being very intelligent. I know it has been for me. If you're too smart, it doesn't mean you'll be successful, and it can cause a lot of problems in your life.
Yes. In Buddhism, they don't care much about intelligence, but they care much about wisdom. The one who has great wisdom seems to be very foolish. But this story, Larry Rosenberg, he wrote a book, something about I can only paraphrase it. It's hard at stay doing nothing is not that easy. Stay doing nothing. I can paraphrase that. Larry Rosenberg. He came to study Buddhism in Korea. He encountered a monk who was very famous about his wisdom. And then they were talking, chatting around, and he found out that the monk thought that the earth was flat, until that he has to show the monk that, oh, the earth is not flat, it's round. And the monk, oh, so, okay. But he has enormous wisdom. there's no need for intelligence because of he's happy. He's happy if the earth is flat. It doesn't matter if earth is flat or round, he's still happy. The happiness comes from wisdom, not intelligence. So don't overlook those foolish monks. Anything else? May you attain the immortality. If not this life, then next life, so you can get out of mortality. Thank you.